What is not on the rights to this music?
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Hurts sets up to throw it. This will be caught once again by Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as a tackle made at the 42. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
I get the next one. I'll try that shit.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
Saquon just played.
And he gets this one inside the 15.
Just
2 shy of the 10. 31 yards there and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the ball for that type of a pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing is Hurts. Rolling to his right. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Touchdown! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
In both locker rooms, the coaches talked about setting the tone early. Didn't matter whether you start on offense or defense. In this case, the team that had the ball first did exactly that. Took it right downfield and scored.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And the tight end goes in motion left. Here's Goff. Flush to his right.
What?
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable. Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Man,
he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
Definitely juked inside with Jahmyr Gibbs.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Montgomery is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top? They'll try the air now with Goff.
What? Bro, that shit just blew me. Bro, I was so far in front of him. There's no way he should have picked that ball off.
And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's
and as we've seen, points have been precious so far. And they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one. Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Hurts to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down
Let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A first down carry for Barkley, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Wow.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Hurts. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out with a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you get the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
That quick throw there is incomplete.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. This is intercepted. Hit by the forward line, Darius Slay. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
What type of jump is that?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half.
Bro,
and now can the offense follow through with points?
I clicked on that because I knew what play that was. And they still made me run over. I said, I'm on the nigga. I'm on the nigga, and they made me go that way. I knew what he was trying to do.
Running left, it's Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Play action. Here's Hurts to Barkley on the check down. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Illegal contact. What?
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
I thought they was going to say illegal man downfield or something. Illegal contact. Who the fuck I hit? Nigga threw the ball over there to a wide open dude by himself. And I ran across the field.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Please,
dancing to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now a shotgun snap is
bro, they on my life. I knew, bro, this shit is cheating, bro. On my life. They still made me go over there. I was waiting on him to do that. I swear to God. I clicked on Buddy and was waiting on that play. And they still made me do the shit. Like, what the fuck I'm playing for if the computer gonna control my man for me? I don't have no business playing this shit. I was waiting on him to do that Z route.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Forced out to his left, and he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback,
this nigga throwing some ball.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Goff now looks to throw. He's airing it out for Williams.
He just fucked that one there.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jameson Williams, 70 yards. And the Lions are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
That is outrageous.
Goff looking to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
I clicked on Buddy and waiting on Brown to do that Z route. and they still made my dude shoot over there. Like I wasn't controlling them at all.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley.
I had to do that. They just made my man go away from A.J. Brown over there with wide open last year. That shit crazy. I had to run.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the...
Damn, cornerback just ran to the middle of the field when A.J. Brown went straight up the field. That's crazy. He in deep third. What they got going on Madden.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
And he is into the
I'll be celebrating too if Madden was flipping me to hold it.
Saquon Barkley.
You ain't doing nothing special, I swear to God. I knew everything was doing. Even then, I didn't even know what man I was on. Look, they got me on the fucking cornerback. When have I ever played on the cornerback in Madden?
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
I celebrate too if he able to.
They'll try and throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Gone. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. Here's Gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions get a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Touchdown, the quarter, and then you can do about it.
And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense, because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
God.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it.
In the building,
the completion sets up a manageable second down.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Well, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. St. Brown on the catch. And he'll have a 1st down to the 45, but the tackle comes inbounds. Goff now to throw. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they just took a timeout. With 2 seconds to go, this one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 1st downs.
One last throw here for Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. He's going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnover. From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. A yard all they need, but it's third down. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Yeah, bet your ass in. Come on with the joke, man.
It's incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And some room to run now. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Now a 2nd and 6. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
Fucking threw the ball, bro.
As he throws, and
That
this
shit
is
is
going to be
cheesy, bro.
incomplete.
No way he got back there
The
that
Chiefs
fast, bro.
tried it, but they're
No
turned
way.
away on
Threw the ball
4th
to him,
down. And the
by
Ravens are going to
himself.
get the football back. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, it's a 4-yard loss. Really sets him back now for second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. No score after one on EA Sports. Third and 12. Off the option, here's Henry. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Finds his man, it's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Mahomes will throw for it.
Exactly what I did last
And
time.
to make it 8-0. He
No
hits the
way he
big
should have
target for the
got
two-point
that
try.
fast.
Defenses hate those guys, especially.
Hit me before I threw that pass right
Decide
there.
who you're going to put on and bring him
Exact
to
play, exact person who I was
Bring him to a
trying.
safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills. How about a linebacker? He may have the size,
got back
but he's
there
not
in
used to
2
really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Knock this nigga here.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey with not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. To throw is Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A toss left, Henry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. This is 2nd and 8. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Down Henry. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Mahomes to throw.
No,
he's going to sling this deep downfield.
That's touchdown, my boy.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line.
Doing that safety down on the Chiefs.
Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 60 yards. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield to the 36-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Oh,
and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Yeah. Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
I was definitely throwing
the Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Back deep is Steven Sims. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Oh, my Lord.
And he's
I'm
able
going
to
to
get this one all the way past the 30.
That scared the fuck out of me. with Derrick Henry coming straight
Time
up
for
the
a
middle.
break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters
Wanted to
down.
fail
2
soon as
still
he broke the
remain.
ball.
We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw.
Oh, my God.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the... A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Mahomes takes it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll bring a tight end in motion. Pacheco is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Is it okay
Yeah,
if I
I'm
break
up
one
outta
of
here,
our
my boy.
rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over?
They made me do it. They made me go get them shit. I do not own the rights to this music.
Play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us a dozen miles east of the National Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. Here's Austin Seibert to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium in Landover. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. First and 10. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw.
Why they wouldn't let me? Bro, they just made me do that, bro. I was going straight right there.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
I was waiting on. I'm on, yeah, try that shit again.
Now first down throw for Stafford. He'll get it.
Come on, give me the ball since you're going to fish it all day. Yeah, I'm knocking dicks and deals.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch. But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
That's hard. And he
shot straight down. That's the only reason I threw that.
Touchdown, Washington. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play.
I just killed you.
That is fun. They get the 2-point conversion. What a start to this one. An 8-0 edge.
That shit was fast.
Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it.
Oh my God, I hit
and this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. And you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space.
Yeah, you messed up because if you'd have threw that bitch regular, that was
two big pickups to start the drive. 32 on the latest. Set to go now on first and 10.
That was a good throw. Because if you threw that bitch regular, I was taking it to the house.
Off play action. It's Stafford.
Yeah.
Got his man at the 6. And he's going to be taken down.
That's already 2 catches for this guy, and we haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet. And that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and if the ground game's not working, you can go to the air, and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now we're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll run the sneak, and he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Matthew Stafford.
I was going to call timeout that third time.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6. Mike, there's not a lot of ways to break this play down other than saying you get the wide open target, you have the play you want, you're aggressive going for 2. You just got to catch the ball.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken around the 11.
Oh, my God.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
That's because I hurry up and pick my play just then.
On play action, Daniels. A pass complete to Noah Brown. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll be taken down. That's going to do it.
I just was trying to hurry up and get the playoff. That's my first run. What do you mean? You just... That ain't showed me. The only thing you showed me is that you can...
Here's 2nd and 9.
I don't believe that.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniel. That's over the middle and intercepted.
I'll tell you what happened.
Off by the rookie out of LSU.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned. And
it's the wrong dude in my I ain't switched my players up. What? I had old ass Crowder in my game. So you want me to keep Crowder in my lineup? Is what you telling me? God damn, you ain't even give a nigga a chance to do nothing. Yeah, boy, be wild for that.
It's come a little bit harder than others.
No,
In this
we only
case,
get 2
they kind of
timeouts.
fool them
30
with their blitz
seconds.
package. It's a little bit more complex
timeout, you
at the NFL
unpause
level
the
than it
game.
is necessarily in
That's
college.
shit.
And I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with this target.
Niggas hurt in the game and everything.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
I ain't mad at that. You just gonna give me a narrative. You just gonna give me a narrative.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw in the pass.
Give me a narrative. Tell me what I'm mad about.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10.
Oh,
from the gun, here's Stafford. Unloads downfield, looking for
crazy that they won't let me come down.
Trying to get to that pylon, not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. It's a big play with Stafford and Nakua. 42 yards. They'll go with the sneak. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll try to sneak it here. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Matthew Stafford. Touchdown, Los Angeles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Rams will up the lead to 5. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll take it at the 12. What a great return. All the way down to the 40-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at the 40.
I'm a what?
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown.
No, I don't. I'll be playing Call of Duty.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Definitely about to take the air.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
You gotta stop acting like you good.
Zach Ertz, touchdown Commanders.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Bro, what are you talking about, bro? You got the ball first. Like, I was never losing. If anything, you was losing. No. You got the ball first.
On first down, Stafford.
I'm talking about,
That's into the hands of
you
the
don't
tight
understand
end,
what I'm
Tyler
saying.
Higbee.
I'm saying you got the ball first, so I wasn't losing. I was actually up.
Past the 40
But
with that
then
one.
you regained your shit.
On first and 10, Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Really nice job here by the tight end, understanding that if you're not open, get open. And if you are open, stay open. He found a nice void in the zone on the backside of the defense, friendly to the quarterback. Nice pickup.
Stafford ass in real life.
A first down throw for Stafford. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. They go play action with Stafford.
Oh my God!
This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest game.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in balance.
Come on, give me.
And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. Third and 2, Stafford.
But they just,
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. For one more snap here in this first half. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. Going to return this from the 10. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's first and 10.
Let me show you I can run
The
the ball.
drive will begin here with a run by Robinson.
Same play.
It'll be stacked up
Same
at the
play.
line of
There's no way
scrimmage.
you stuck
No
together.
gain on the play.
Yeah, you better move them over. Oh, you moved them back. You fucked up with that one.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. They need 8 as they come up for third down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. 18 yards on the connection. First down, Washington.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe.
And he will score. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. his second catch of the game.
So what you think I'm a rookie or something? I was so finna hit you with your slow.
A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Homeboy asking me to jump on Call of Duty.
Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away.
Come on.
Here's Smith to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. First down, Stafford.
Oh, my God.
He'll find his tight end. That's
Don't do that no more.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Stafford now to throw on first down. Going for it all.
I seen him at the last minute. My nigga just kept going back.
Jordan Whittington.
Good read.
Touchdown,
Good
LA.
read.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra
I got
point.
the Redskins, the Commanders. What are you talking about?
It's up and through. And the Rams have taken the lead by a point here in the third.
Me neither. Okay, that's one season. Nah, that's one season. Y'all just won the Super Bowl in the last 5 years.
Ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return coming from the 14. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Oh my God, I ain't mean to do that. I ain't trying to do that, I promise you I didn't. And then it's gonna fuck me up really, because if I try to do anything else, it's gonna fuck, man.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's taken in, it's Austin Eckler. Down the sideline. And he will go all the way.
I promise you I ain't trying to do that. I was trying to run the ball, but I fucked around and switched it to the other side again.
Touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7.
I got something better than that Cadillac there.
Throwing is Daniels. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line.
Going down on the other
points.
I'm watching you, though. You over there on the left side waiting on my nigga to do that Z route. So I got to go to my next read. That's all that is. No, it ain't, because I got somebody going over in the flats. So your dude is trying to run down on the flats, and this nigga Z'ing back inside.
Here's Smith to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
I'd be up for you, man. I'd be up for you since you want to do something.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
It's been all right.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
Nope. There's no way
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish.
He's going to be taken down here.
Nobody was open.
Defense comes up with a sack
you did all that
on
big
the
time.
final play of this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I seen your running back. Your running back. I seen your running back. I seen your running back. But you was looking for that nigga going across the field.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
No, it ain't.
In motion, it's Robinson. Second down, it's Stafford.
Who opened them? Nobody. Who wasn't open?
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
He was bucked up.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find
bro,
yourself protecting a
Your
late
man
lead.
always come down, and my
The
man
age-old
don't.
question is, do you remain aggressive?
That's
Do
a
you try
glitch
to
in
just
Madden.
keep the ball from being thrown over your
I
head
was
and
on
make
the man
everything
trying
be
to run through
tackled
it.
and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now they
And
are
you
in
ain't running for
business
nothing. Your man
inside
stood
the
right there.
15-yard line.
And I was sitting there trying to run
And
down.
this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket.
Yeah, we know
If
what
you
you
can
was doing.
only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
They'll come up for second and 9. A shotgun snap to Stafford.
Come on. Yeah. I was kicking that shit.
Just does get that one
I
away.
was
He was
kicking
being
that shit.
chased
You
down,
better be low.
forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He's so goofy, bro.
Throw it. On third down, Stafford.
Waited on that.
And we try
Yeah,
to
that's
swing
how
it
you read a
outside,
nigga.
and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy
Yeah,
Chinn.
the nigga perfect.
Inside the 30.
Told you I got some D if you want some D.
And he's going to
No
bring
homo.
this one back the distance. Touchdown, Washington.
You know, look how I read that shit like I was in the huddle.
Austin Seibert now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will open it up even
Told you I
further
was gonna beat that
here
shit up.
in this fourth quarter. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away.
I ain't said I was nice.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4.
Oh, my God.
And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Damn. That's what your girl said.
Here's first down.
She said she can't work with that throw. You had a nigga wide open.
He's going to look deep. Going to Cup. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you were sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
He is in. Noah Brown. Touchdown Commander. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball game. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here, this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Random teams, too. Who I played with last night? The last one I played with the Chiefs, but before that I played with the Steelers, then the Lions, the Falcons. They'll be picking folks there.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off play action. It's Stafford.
Yeah, I knew that was happening. I was picking that too with King.
As he throws there, it's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, you're right. You had 2 steps on him. Yeah.
And it'll set up
second down. You had 2 steps on him.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, Nick, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The fact that they ain't letting me jump, I would have been mad as fuck if he caught that. They ain't letting me jump.
Jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to look downfield once again. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chin. And he's going to bring this one back.
I told him to put a 60. You better get out, fuck it.
Girl in my backyard, I can run fast, but won't get far.
said I'm an animal. I'm just looking for the antidote. There's a British girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean.